Got that Nico Moon song stuck in my head. Nothing but a good time. It's that one lyric. Gonna sit here and let the whole world pass by. What flags have the moon and just the moon? Something about Sundays. It's not Nicodemus and the Sadducees. It's something about the Soviet flag, the Chinese flag. They both have moons, right? The Turkey flag. I'm pretty sure the Turkey flag has moon and moon too. Turkey. They don't serve turkey here. No. They do have 2 items with chicken but no turkey. I like studying flags. The Soviets, before the Soviet Union fell, was one of the most recognizable flags on the planet. I mean, you don't see it here nowadays, but good thing that we won World War II. You might have seen a lot of Soviet flags around. The Red Army was helping us, but really they weren't our friends. They was our allies, apparently. I mean, they took a different route to Normandy than we did. I think to name a country Turkey, and we have Thanksgiving every November. I mean, I like Thanksgiving because my teacher always put a sticker on our papers. And a few years back, it brought back nostalgia. And ever since then, I love decorations, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Miss Lidikin was the best teacher I've had. But the dishes during Thanksgiving is turkey, yam, all that stuff. The best part was the dumplings. My granny baker used to cook. Dumplings. It's like me right now, Humpty Dumpty all the time. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. I'm always humping, man. Always. You have Digital Underground, Humpty Dumpty, Tupac. When I think about Digital Underground and Humpty Dumpty, I always go to the movie Hidalgo with Viggo Mortensen. Hidalgo, hid algorithms, vigorous activities, humping. Think like an algorithm. Say you want to bury your buckets. Let's say you got a bucket list, prepping goods. You would pick out like a landmark deep in the woods. Say 10 paces this way, 10 paces that way. An algorithm, so you don't have to make a map where it's at. Call it the bucket list. started wanting to gamble again last night on hockey. That old Vancouver Canucks team with Niles Hoglander, Bo Horvat, JT Miller, Brock Bozer. I think there was a Norlander on there. I'm not sure. I mean, when I think about Vancouver, I think about the Grizzlies and the expansion team. And Bryant Reeves, Big Country, Stromile Swift. They changed their name to the Grizzly Memphis, so it was Vancouver when they first came into the league. They maneuvered so many pieces around in hockey. I said, whoa, it's foolish to even try to gamble on it anymore. I ain't watched it in a couple years. Made my exit, and I'm going to stay away from it. Hold on to my serenity. No relapsing, man. No relapsing. Gambling is foolish. It's addictive. Very addictive. This is my enjoyment now. Good old-fashioned pheromones, sweat, creatine, dopamines, serotonin, the natural high. Wait, pheromones are females, man. What are you talking about? Man, go back to school. They're gonna take it all in. It's nice. Put in a lot of miles this week. A lot of miles. Talking probably close to 70. No, not that many. I'm gonna say close to 50 plus. Probably more. The rain held me down a couple of days. Did get a 30-mile ruck in and a 16-mile ruck. 30-plus mile ruck. Enjoyed my time on the tennis court. Still no opponents. Had one really good serve. It felt like it was, I would say, upwards 90 miles an hour. Only one. The rest was below 70. And I was only hitting probably 30% in the box. Probably not 20% in the box. So not that good of a day. Plus I wasn't serving to put in. I was just smashing every time. So when I was just putting in the box, it was 80%. That 10 times. With no power. Still holding on to that $3 racket I bought 2 years ago from Goodwill. I enjoyed it though. It's the main part. Main thing, I enjoyed it. Even though the air quality was terrible. I mean, a lot of dioxide in the air. I mean, it wasn't just Donners, it was the entire county, the entire walk, nothing but dioxide. I'm talking dioxide, man. You ever felt a lot of dioxide in the air? Carbon dioxide is from, I don't know why I call it dioxide, but when my shirt gets really saturated just walking out the door, I call it dioxide. And that's how it was the entire walk. Feels good out today. The weather system was really bad for a week. Nothing but gray skies, like something happened to our atmosphere. So that wasn't natural. Whatever happened to the singer Joe, by the way? She had those 3 good songs. Who Will Save Your Soul? Foolish Games. And what was the other one? Foolish Games is the best. I'm an old croon like that. I like that kind of music. I'm on in Meredith Brooks streak for like 3 weeks now. Every day. Her facial expressions. I'm an old croon. Well, you should call me a diamond in the rough. Because I am healthy as an ox. Never had a chance to mingle. I don't have a whole lot of foul behavior going on. I'm talking no bad habits. Or you could call me a Renee Zellweger, kind of rough around the edges. That part from Cold Mountain with the chicken. Oh, no, Nicole Kidman calls it a rooster. That rooster been trying to get at me. Ruby says, I despise something roosters. Then breaks its neck and so let's throw it in a pot. She plays a character named Ruby. They closed Ruby Tuesdays down here. Facility is closed. Never ate there. Applied for a job a few times. Didn't get hired. Peter, Paul, and Ruby wasn't a very good cartoon. I just put it up there in the category with Caillou. I mean, Caillou is, yeah. I'm more of a He-Man and G.I. Joe. A lot of people looked at Jack Ruby as a savior, man, when he shot Lee Harvey. Some say that was... I say the day music died was more important than JFK getting assassinated. But, I mean, Buddy Holly, man. The Big Bopper. Richie Valens. I mean, how are you going to live without those two? You can live without JFK. Man, those three were legends. I know. JFK, man, stopped the Cold War by simply blockading the ships, disregarding all of the generals and advisors' advice to fire at will. Instead, he decided to blockade all of them. Smart choice. The Soviets backed down. Every time I listen to U2 and Sonny Bono, or Bono, is that I still haven't found what I'm looking for. The pilot that got shot down over Cuba and the U-2 spy plane, U-2 reconnaissance plane. Kind of reminds you of Dennis Quaid off the movie Frequency. Good, down, righteous American. I mean, loves his country, loves his family. Actually, his family wasn't in the movie. He just reminds you of Dennis Quaid off Frequency, the firefighter. Nah, that's the he didn't get shot down. He got shot at. His plane got shot up. And John told him not to say anything to anyone. His commanders, don't say anything, because that would spark the generals to react with retaliation. So he kept his mouth shut. Time is it? 7 o'clock. Having an energy crisis. I'm tired. Be in bed by 9 if I don't get a cup of coffee. The best coffee I ever had it's not Starbucks. If I had a van, I'd probably live in it. I'd probably exit town right now. I'd probably go pack my stuff and head out somewhere away from here. I'd definitely mark a destination, probably on the coast. Probably somewhere I could live easy without any where I could wouldn't be let's say, what word am I looking for? I wouldn't stick out. I would blend right in, you should say. So the population would have to be big. Definitely not Miami, man. Miami doesn't sound like much fun. I'd end up missing a finger or a toe. Kind of like the Joker on 187 with Samuel L. Jackson. He woke up missing a finger. The substitute teacher shot him with an arrow, and he woke up missing a finger. Now, why would I wake up missing a finger for? I don't know, man. I'd probably fall into some sort of crime, organized crime or something, man. Doing dirt. Then I'd probably get caught up with ICE when they look at my license. Send him to the border. To the centrifuge camp. Or refugee camp. ICE looks like a pretty integrity structured movement, more than what people realize. It's like there's more players in it than just a bunch of immigrants facing deportation. Looks more like a land grab, you should say. We're taking over. It's like that DJ Khaled song. We taking over. It's like the tools are, the ICE tools, you see it on the videos, man. They got a lot of tools working for them. It's just not some pitchfork gang like a gang of farmers. They got tools, man. I wonder what happens if they stall out. What would happen? Dude, I need to drown that out. I didn't hear what was he ordering? Sounds something like frozen dinner, smart dinner or something. I don't know. Eat smart. Start to eat smart. Don't be startled by rising tensions in your cholesterol. Nobody's shopping tonight. Yeah, I would definitely, if I had a van, I would definitely exit the area. I'm not a needy human being. I don't need a ragtop convertible. Just a junky old van would work. As long as the steering wheel doesn't lock up or have bald tires. I don't care if it has any licks or scratches or dents. You know, years ago, I used to be like that man off the song by The Verb, I think it is. Where he's walking down the street with his leather coat, bumping into people, all angry, on edge. Kind of looks like Rob Thomas. What's the name of that song? He's definitely in a Slavic town, walking down the street. Right now, I'm more like it's another one I've been listening to for about 3 weeks now. Is that Ellie Lights, where she's got that wand and building her structure with lights. It's like building artwork. Ellie Goulding. She says she had a hard den. What does that mean? She had a hard den. I'm trying to hard den. That means she hard den. The queen was overthrown. Sounds like she threw a punch while living home with her mom or dad or something, man. What it sounds like. Sounds like she's back home, hibernating, lost control. I'll go back down the other way. Quick maneuvering. Man, she was a little up on that wheel, man. She's having trouble maneuvering that bad boy. I think old Diego's waiting back home for his big double. Those boys are supposed to be really good at walking. There's a lot around here. I don't see them walking. A few every now and then. I used to walk to Flambeau when I was a kid. Get free yo-yos. The main trick was walking the dog. I could never pull it off. I could never pull the cradle off either. But I was only 9 years old. Don't even see yo-yos no more. We used to walk from my home, from Candlelight, or Homestead, to Flambeau. Me and Larry, to get free yo-yos. there's always that asphalt pile on the side. I'd always want to sit by it. Junior would always tell me the story about a helicopter crashing. Funny thing is, when about 11 years ago, I had a dream, the same dream, repetitive dream over and over. Planes crashing in that field across the street from Homestead, at least 4 times. Same dream. Planes crashing in the field next to Homestead. And I was only 9 years old with that pile of asphalt. Larry would tell me that story about the helicopter crash. ASPHALT. Asphalt. Fault lines, earthquakes, Quaker Oats, asphalt, fault lines, seed vaults. Blacktop, cement, it's not cool of Junior to tell me that story. Lying and shit. It's not okay to tell lies. Makes me want to fly to Canuck, Vancouver, run away from this place. It's all lies, man. You know, that was another cartoon I never cared for. Yogi the Bear and the Forest Ranger. Talk about Yogi Berra, talk about Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, the Commerce Comic. Alright, man, my bladder is running out of room. Supply and demand, supply and demand. I demand a leak right now. You know, if I was to fly somewhere, it probably wouldn't be Vancouver. The demographic layout up there is, I mean, really it's not a lot of nature. I like nature. Why would you want to go to Vancouver? Why not London? I love the Werewolf song. Werewolf in London. Come on, man, you're being silly now. You're talking about the old woman being mutilated last night. It's hell of a lyric. He's talking about the lady off. He's talking about Pat Benatar's Invincible, or Love is a Battlefield. The Witch's Brew. That old lady. Except she's Slavic. She's not from London. See me just ranting on about stupid stuff. Think if I take a leak out here, I'd be a sitting duck for the police. Let's not test them. I don't want to see the badge today or tomorrow or the next day. Let's find a restroom. Looks like the word merit just came back around. Oh, that's merit is. Not merit badge. Demerits. I went to school with a girl named Meredith. She was one of those Birkenstock girls. White hair. I remember she ran with Leslie Renner. Leslie Renner and Lindsay Doherty and all those girls. The Birkenstock girls. Jamie Lingerie. Paige Harden. Whatever happened to those girls? I always had my eyes on the Birkenstocks, man. I could never live up to the billing. I was from a poor family. Bad grades. Little rough around the edges. They didn't want a project. They had their mind, their heads on this. It was all about their books. One of them did give me a chance. Sherry Gregory did give me a chance. In my health class. Or her north side cheerleading uniform. I remember her, yeah. Holding hands outside during that freaking hot dog picnic the school had. Hot dogs and Coca-Cola. Nice choice, north side. Everybody loves hot dogs. She was beautiful. I remember that class. One class I didn't go to sleep in. I remember March Madness. Our teacher brought a cart down to the basement. We watched March Madness. I remember John Larison was in that class. He also had white hair like Meredith Collins. They weren't related. Was it John Garrison or Larison? No, that's Nate Garrison. John Larison. What is Larison? Garrison is a portrait, isn't it? That post I made about Maddie and Tay. These girls would be a better than any man standing post at a Garrison. Make sure the ramparts don't fall. Because they had that sniper rifle in the video. Target acquired. And sank that boat. That girl has a shirt on that says Kentucky against the world. some reason, man, when I was a kid, like about that age, I had the mentality of being popular. All I can remember was walking out of that classroom with Sherry. Here comes Nicoletta Houston, all up on my, yeah. Here comes Cody Kinney, the one that took me to the school and gave me my locker because he was in 8th grade and I was in 7th grade. Hey, look, I have friends. Now look at me, man. 30 years later, he had a friend in 30 years. Funny how things work out. Popularity. I was like, wow, look, I'm walking out of class with Sherry. Here comes Nicolette and Cody calling my name. I am cool.